Hello and welcome. Sorry for the delay there in the audio. Just getting everything set back up. Hello and welcome, my friends. I'm just getting back into it here. Back home, had a blast. Okay, there we go. All right, just had to check everything was behaving as normal. How the heck are you? Man, I'm good. Let's get this game launched up here. We will come back in and try to figure out what the heck we were doing. Huh? Whew. Good to see y'all. Getting settled here, getting back up. I know kind of what we had just finished up. I made a real point of trying to remember everything, but I think we were kind of at a turning point. Yeah, we came back to Sumati. This is our outpost. We built the scan booster. How we doing on audio level? Seems kind of loud, but we'll see how that compares. It feels like game audio is maybe a bit. Let's. I'm gonna have to relearn all the commands. All right, let's pull that back a little bit. Then go to here, and then back again. Maybe a bit hot in my headset. There we go. Let's do that. All right. So we've got just a bit to kick things off here. As mentioned, I am just back home and a little late in the day. I don't think we're going super duper long today, as I'm getting settled back in. Had a wonderful time seeing the family. It was great autumn in the Midwest. They had the very best of weather for me while I was there, and trees were going, so lots of autumn color and everything on the leaves. Really good. Great time. And now I'm glad to be back with all of you. So anyway, we've got, I believe scanning was going to be our goal here. We're pretty close to done on Sumati, but we had this one extra deal, and I threw up the scanner and everything, and I think it maybe helped us out. Did we go get anything? I'm not sure, but I think what we're going to do is pull out the map, hit the... So I'm wondering, we don't know where that missing... Well, hang on a second. Did we? Let's go back here. It's all coming back. All right, so yeah, this biome is complete. We have one more animal to get, so we were right. We've just got to find either a biome that says we're not at 100% or a coast. See, here's what we're looking at. If we click to ocean, see how it's 0%? We can't land in the ocean, but oftentimes we can land on a coast or close to it. The trick on not having a coast is trying to find where... Okay, here we go. Coast. Frozen plains, 100%, right? And if we click to here, we're in ocean. And if we click to here, we're in ocean. But if we click to here, we're... damn it, I missed the coast. Where's the coast? Oh, come on. There we go. So if we travel up north, and we can try to play around with the maps and all that to get that dialed in, we should be able to approach the ocean, scan out into it. Unfortunately, our little outposty thing, we did the research on it at the end of the last episode. Oh, before we get going, though, I forgot water, and we do have an ad in progress. Let me go grab that, and I will be right back. Yeah, speaking of coasts and water and whatnot, it's first time talking through a stream in a bit, so I'm sure that will drive me out. All right, so here's what we want to do. We want to get out from the thing, go to local. Nope. G? It's a G? There we go, G. All right, so it looks like, see the little blue thing? That's the direction we headed. As far as I've been able to figure, this is north. So we're faced in the right direction. And if we just walk through this coast, we will eventually get to we'll cross over into the ocean biome or be able to see out into it. And then we can do our scanning from there. So, yeah, let's get out of these maps and go for a quick scanning. Do. I really don't. What do we have in hand? Is that loaded? 50. There we go. And then we'll switch that back out for the scanner. We'll try to avoid the toxic gas clouds wherever possible. Flat rocks are a little annoying because we can't hop up into them or over them without a little hop. And hopefully we get out here and there's not too much left for us to do. Lots of these little filterers kind of look like little beach crabs. All right, here's water, so that wasn't too bad. And now, hopefully if we just do a little walk along the beach, we'll find some blue. See if we're looking at shark whales or some other version. Oh, there we go. Can't quite get it there. Come on. Connoisseur grazer. Which one I... Alright, well, I got 29%. I assume that's 2 of them. I think we got them both. Yeah, so remember at the end of yesterday, nearly a week ago's stream, we finished up the Terramorph quest line, which was really the United Colonies faction quest. And that was great. We got a little apartment set up in New Atlantis. Let's see, I'm trying to... Come on. I was already at 43. Did I already scan you? I don't think I did. Let's see if we can, like it. Why are these not scanning now? There's one. I think we've only gotten one of these 3. That one might be too far away. Right, let's go. What? Oh. What? Oh my goodness. Come on. I don't know why these are so tough to get a scan on. Go out on that rock, we'll have some luck. Let's hope so, huh? Oh. Be careful on those beach rocks, they're slippery. All right, there's oh.
Need a moment to walk that off?
Yeah, I just said, oh, beach rocks can be slippery. There's one. Come on. Oh, never mind. I almost called her Lydia, too. That's how long, how out of Starfield I've been the last few days. What? Did I get him that time? %. Man, they have a tough little hitbox, I guess. Fortunately, this ocean is not toxic. Or so cold that I immediately go hypothermic or anything like that. We're just cruising along, doing our thing. And looking for these. And while we're at it, let me share a little computing update, because this one's probably good to get some word out on. So we haven't played Minecraft on stream in a long time. And oh, by the way, well, we'll get to it. It doesn't mean I don't love the game. It's still, I think, my favorite game of all time. Minecraft, hardcore, vanilla, Java, all that. And as such, whoa, guess I got some, there we go. Where'd you go? Come here. Do we have, they're wary. We've got cosmetics. There we go. All right. So that's our, oh no, we don't have any of the things done either. The features. All right, well now we can go back and nab some features along the way. And that is one we can use our scan booster, but I see this one on the way back to the ship, so we'll go there first. So anyway, Minecraft. Love it, right? You guys know that. And when I got the new PC, we were really able to stream it in high, all the video settings maxed out, and full speed, no crashes, no lags, all that. All really good. Loving it. But of course, we've played a couple different games between now and then. We played, had a blast playing some Lord of the Rings Online, which I want to get back to. I think we'd done some Stardew in there as well. And then Skash, who I actually got to hang out with in the stream a little bit today, playing City Skylines 2. Shout out to you. Hey, Sanad, how you doing? How you been, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm great, man. I just got, I wouldn't blame you. I've been on family vacation for last few days, so getting ready for fall, feeling like winter here pretty quick, right? Um, Glad you stopped by, though. It's awesome. How have you been? Life good? Enjoying a little October? Getting ready for the Halloween? Oh, yeah. It's always good to, it was very, very chill. I basically drive over to Iowa, hang out where both my parents have now moved down there. My sister and her family have lived there for a long time. It's where my brother-in-law works and everything. So great to see my niece and nephew for a little bit and stay with the parents and just get some chill time with them and have some good times hanging out at my sister's place and all that. It's great. But yeah, it's a good chunk of a day driving out there and a good chunk of a day driving back. So, but fortunately, it was beautiful both the whole time. Basically, one day was a little windy, but nice and pretty mild. I mean, coming up with what we've got coming up for a forecast makes me think winter's on the way. So, how about you? Any excitement? Anything wild and fun? Little day adventures or wanderings or travels or anything? You a big October scary movie fan? I haven't, for whatever reason, I just haven't gotten into it. I think it's been too nice. But I'm looking forward to watching some a diseased biosphere. Holy crap! I don't think we can actually have any negative effect from that, but that did get us one feature. That looks man-made, so we're not particularly worried about that. That's where we're headed back to. And again, I think if we go back to our outpost and run around in there, we'll have better range to see new things. Too busy. Well, hey, I hear that. Yeah, with my nephew's in college, my niece is in high school, and they were both, trying to make as much time as they could for me. In the midst, my nephew, I drove through Omaha to get there, and then the next day he's like, oh yeah, or 2 days later, he and my sister, his mom, went back to Omaha for his cross-country meet. I was like, yeah, I'd love to see you run, but I'm not driving down to Iowa in the middle, or down to Omaha in the middle of my trip to Iowa, just to go back through. So, but yeah, I know the busy life, juggling work and activities and homework and all that, trying to get a stream in or anything. Yeah, it's tough. School going good though? Hope it's interesting and making that mind hungry, right? So we're looking for more of those little black dots that are not these arches or any of the other man-made structures. They've either got to be a little squiggly line or like a GPS pin looking thing on this map. Awesome. So glad to hear it. So yeah, I was just talking. I think you've been around since the Minecraft world. Probably have some pets and stuff in there. So I was, got it on the new PC, and that's where we've done all of this world. And the whole time, I got the PC late spring, something like that. Sound right? And the whole time, the launcher's just been crap. The Minecraft launcher, gives me errors all the time, and I have to try to launch it multiple times and all that. Well, before I left, as I was kind of, packing and all that, I was like, oh, I'm going to play some Minecraft. Just, non-stream world. And I tried to launch it, and it was like, first of all, they updated the launcher, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're changing account setting stuff, and I'd already migrated to Microsoft a year ago, so I think I'm good, but nope. Whatever it did totally stopped the game from launching. And then, so I do all right, well, let's back up the world files, and then let's see if reinstalling the launcher and the game just fixes it all. 'Cause if you have little stuff like that. It's often that easy, and I've done that routine enough times it's pretty quick. Nope. All of a sudden, it like kept backing further and further out with errors, and ultimately, I had to open a ticket with Microsoft support. I was like, I don't know what's going on, you know. And of course, their help desk is like all botted, cookie cutter solutions, and pre-written FAQ articles and stuff, and nothing covered. Oh damn it! Covered the error I was seeing. This is kind of tough to navigate. So yeah, I gave it as much time as obviously I didn't end up playing while I was getting ready for my trip. But I didn't get it solved either, and I sent the email off, and like while I was gone, they sent me an email back, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's this bug we found." And I'm like, "Bug? That doesn't sound good." What did you guys break? Because the errors I was getting was about like an SSL handshake thing, and because they'd pushed out whatever it was, and Minecon and all that was going, so I was like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. Hey, I'm catching up on your chat a little bit. Arabic is where most of our modern Western medicine comes from, so I get the language and all that makes it tough. Funny story. Obviously, first language is English. That's where I went to school. I didn't have much, but I'd taken a lot of German in high school, most of which I've now forgotten. But I like tested to a higher placement when I went into school, and so I took advanced German, whatever, as a freshman. And then the next year, they're like, well, you can take these upper level classes, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You can take this German for business and get like a certificate thing, whatever. I'm sure nobody would really care, but it ended up being that's a cave. Cave's not going to give me a scan. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take this business German class, and that'll be awesome. And I'm a sophomore in college, never taken like a business class, and I was a history major. I don't think I was at the time. I think it was international affairs at the time, but I was like, oh, business German would work really well for that. I get into the class, and I didn't know in English a lot of the terms that they were talking about in German. So for all my homework, I had to first. It sounds like what you're having to do. I had to first go, do the German, and then like a lot of the stuff when I'd go get translations and stuff like that, they'd come back as terms I didn't know in English. So then I had to go find like English business references to try to teach myself what they were talking about. It was brutal. Oh my god, that was the end of my German in college. I was like, I think I've reached a level here where this is not productive. Oh, come on, dude. When my booster pack goes down, I can't get back up out of those ice caves or ice ravines. And then when I hit the second one, it always shoots me way up. That post is kind of a reference for our return to the ship. We'll just kind of do a loop here as we get going. So how's it going then? So are you like in advanced like medical grad school or true med school? I'm not sure how it goes. Where you're at. But congrats, dude. We certainly need more doctors and medical professionals, whether it's researchers or practitioners or nurses. Heck, here in the States, we need a lot of just the kind of orderly staff. people willing to do that role. Talk about your underappreciated, especially again visiting my older parents. You know, they're talking about friends and all that are either in assisted residential stuff and all that. Fortunately, they're doing great. Getting older and have some issues, and my dad's got a bad hip, and looking forward to getting that worked on. But yeah, when you hear about the people who are in like an assisted living environment, and man, the staff makes such a difference there. But yeah, hope it goes well. Clinical lab. Okay. Yeah, there's some good career options if you're in clinical lab work. Um, lots of, I'm guessing lots of biochem in there. Biology and chemistry going on in the labs. And then me? Oh yeah, you're laughing at my ignorance, probably. You're like, no, it's not any of that. That's what you get when a history guy starts trying to talk out of his butt about medical stuff. Do you want to be a phlebotomist? I know that word. Tell you what, if you're ever like, I'm aged well out of that scene, but when you're out in the evening, maybe trying to meet a new lady or guy, whatever the case may be, if you are striking up a conversation, you're like, oh, into that. I once upon a time was talking with some girl. Nothing ever really came of it, but it's like, oh yeah, I do like blood draws and stuff at a doctor's office. I was like, oh, so you're a phlebotomist? She's like, you know what a phlebotomist is? Like, of course I know what a phlebotomist is. It's a person that draws or studies the blood. She was very impressed. We had a couple drinks. Nothing ever came of it. I also was at like a reunion type thing, meeting an old college friend, and his then girlfriend or wife or whatever was I believe it's herpetologist is snakes, right? And I was able to pull that one out too. It made me cringe, but she was into snakes, and was impressed. I knew the technical term for her area of study. I don't know a cool term for clinical lab. Pathology. Okay. Growing the little microbes in cultures and stuff like that. Way back when I was in high school, we had a pretty tight-knit group of friends that were all like cross-country track, cross-country skiers for sports. And, we were all pretty good friends. But for a good almost year, I think, I dated a girl on the team. And we were great. It didn't have a big future or anything like that. And ultimately, she ended up after we kind of ended, she ended up dating a different guy from the same kind of social circle, and they've been married for years now, have a few kids and all that. So funny how all that works out. But her dad, after we broke up, was like, "Hey, summer job, I'm running these produce stands and stuff. You want to come work for me and help me run one?" I was like, "Sounds better than working in a fast food joint or something." And I ended up working for him for all the summers of my college career. But his wife was a microbiologist and worked with cultures and growing all kinds of nasty little virusy critters and stuff like that. She's like, oh yeah, we deal with them when they're little, so people don't have to deal with them when they're spreading inside your body. There's my ship. This is kind of bunk. Nice. Hey, man. Keep us from having another pandemic, huh? What? Come on. Ah! What did I hit? Get me out of here. Map. Let's go back to... Why am I not on the map? Why am I looking at this moon and not the planet? There. Go back there.
Why is it that my nose seems to itch only when I cannot remove my helmet to scratch it?
Oh, I know that feeling. Oh, your pain. All right, so now we're back around our base, and we get the bonus of the scan booster. So we should see these little pips at a wider range. And a lot of these we already know, but we can get to the kind of outskirts around our outpost. That's the red ring there. And see if we can't get some more targets to find quickly. Otherwise, we'll have to just bounce around and see if we can find two more of these little... So, Sanat, you getting any time in for gaming? Amidst the homework and the studies and all that? Of your own? Now, I don't know what this yellow... There was the red line. I don't know what the yellow... Unless... Okay, so when you're outside it and looking in. So we just crossed our area. And we need a... I don't know what that big white spot is up there. I really wanted to be a surgeon doctor, but I said, what if I cut the wrong organ or anything? So he does. Not ready to play basketball in jail because of that. Yeah, I think one of the good early aptitude things like that is, I don't know, when I was a little kid, I used to do, model airplanes and cars and all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't too bad with that. But, the glue and the stickers, decals and all that, if you had any of those to put on after the fact, they never lined up straight. And I'm like, yeah, if I can't do any of that, no good. And while the body and medicine and all that, I go into a doctor's office and I'm just totally geeked out. Like, oh yeah, what does that do? What are we doing here? And it, having my blood drawn or anything like that doesn't. Oh my gosh. How about we have a little? Nope, not G. We have a little bit of fun here, huh? We don't like the starboard. Go get him. All right, she got him. What are you doing? Okay, hit the wrong button. There's this guy. You down? Oh, not done yet. I just level up. Oh my god! What? Don't die. Don't die. We didn't save. More health. Are you doing, Andreja? You gonna hit him with that machine gun? There we go. Ooh, look at that. We got a level up. Awesome. Can't take their ships. They're inaccessible. I don't know if that will change at any point, but... have you seen any Starfield yet? Skash, I think we've overlapped through Skash, but Skash Kitsune tipped me into this when I was playing Lord of the Rings Online. He was like, dude, have you played the new Starfield? This is Bethesda, so like Skyrim and Fallout, their latest offering. I'm loving it. It's, you know, it's Bethesda. I think a lot of people decide it's a little tough to get a handle on the game mechanics because there's so many. So as a result, a lot of people just go, oh, it's buggy, I don't want to play it. And it's like, actually, I was frustrated at a lot of parts of it, but kind of figured it out. It's like, man, there's a lot going on here. Dead by Daylight and Overwatch. Nice. And some Assassin's Creed. The latest or one of the older ones? Man, give me a thing to scan. This is miserable. I just want to finish up this planet. We can. I think we're going to go back and do the Constellation. It's some more of the Constellation quest line, at least. But whoa, what do I do there? Don't want to slow walk. I don't need to be sprinting. Mirage and Black Flag. Nice. Yeah, I've been too long from Minecraft. Which, by the way, the end of that story was my PC is a Dell, and they have, like HP and Dell and all those big boys have their own like optimization software stuff, right? So they run a network optimization thing called Killer, which I had seen, and I was like, what the hell? I've got some virus called Killer on my laptop. Bad naming. But no, actually, when I looked at it, it's a Dell process. But I had to dig into Reddit instead of expecting any kind of real help from the Microsoft Mojang help desk. And some awesome Redditor had been like, yeah, if you're on a Dell, look at this launch the like little interface thing, and then turn off these particular sliders, and you should be good to go. No more caves. I need terrain features. The movie, or is there a Spider-Man 2 game? Because if there is, I don't know it. Damn it. Said back, trying to get my fingers back to used to this game. Brand new game. Yeah, I haven't even seen any play of it. Probably won't be too much on my radar. Just because I'm pretty backed up. I'm very much missing a visit back into Minecraft, and then I really want to get back to Lord of the Rings Online because we were making new friends out of that community and having a ton. I don't think it's an old MMORPG game, and I don't think a lot of people in the Twitch community are really even aware of it. It's Star Wars Old Republic style kind of era too, and go see what this ship is. Maybe we can have some more combat. While we're just endlessly walking around looking for little pinpoints on a map. Let's back to that same cave. Alright, what do we got? Oh, let's save since we made it through all that other stuff. I'll look forward to checking that out. Ship landing site. Got somebody over here. Oh, that wasn't what I went. Whoa! Alright, they're taking off. What happened to the people that I just saw walking around over here? Who are they? Ecliptics. Oh, you're dead. Done.
Calm down. Meet your death.
Lots of different types of enemies and factions in this game. I love it. Madden. Probably. I don't. Honestly, I haven't played. Ooh, nice. I haven't played any of the American football games in so long, but yeah, it's very, very gatekeepery on. Oh, you're not worthy of playing against us, right? That whole. I mean, you can get that in Overwatch and everything too, right? Like, oh yeah, we don't want you, or you're taking down our squad. Dumping runs or dropping if they don't like the loadouts, I guess. So I would imagine, yeah, that's pretty typical. Been a long time. I think the last like big sports game I played was an old Tiger Woods golf. And one of my buddies made before like you go out to different places and have the little bays to play video golf. He made one, and we put it in my friend's like basement. You know, it was like a side utility storage kind of room, but it was all empty because we were all young and didn't have any stuff. And so we just go over and hang out on weeknights and play golf all night. We'd have like a dart game going, like real darts, and then golf in the other room. And when you weren't taking your shots on the golf course, you'd play darts. It's great. Yeah, I bet. I'm assuming there's some form of a rugby game. You don't hear about that. Like, we certainly get a lot of FIFA World Cup video game stuff over here. Again, I'd be terrible at that too. Any of those that are like, real world multiplayer stuff, I just get trashed. Because for Madden in particular, and there's an NCAA American Rules Football, the college football game too. But if you haven't like played every iteration and known how to get into it, the learning curve is just brutal to get up to speed. And to their credit, the developers or whoever, they make it so that it's not exploity like it was back when I was a kid, and they had 16-bit sports games where it was just find the exploit. You didn't need to know the game at all. You just learned the combos and stuff to be basically unbeatable. Come on, give me something. Cave. It's can get a little tedious, but I guess if you were a space explorer, it would get a little tedious. You can't just expect to go get everything all the time.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
And the other part, Sanad is even. Oh, there we go. Finally something. Um, I know everybody's busy. I've been forced to stream earlier. Normally, I'd gotten back from my trip yesterday, so this is kind of getting back and kind of crashed last night and then getting settled back in today. So I've been later than I normally have been streaming, which has kind of pushed me a little bit towards the European friends and stuff. It's a little tougher for American folks unless you got either stream at work while you're doing stuff or before work or school or anything like that if you have days free. So it's nice to have an afternoon like this where some people can actually get in. I mean, this is, my preferred would be to go like every day 11-ish start time in the mountain time zone and then just keep going, whether it's 4 hours, it gets me to mid-afternoon, but ideally go longer than that and get the evening in the U.S., but still have a chance for evening in the Europe and Africa. How did that... Did I miss the one I was going to? That's a cave. That one seemed to get farther away. This one, that's where I'm going first. But we did find 2 more, which is good. Hopefully we can finish this up. And hopefully we don't find out I've already been to these or something. Watch out for the toxic gases. Contusions? That was my boost pack. Damn it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go away. Oh, look at that scannable. Scannable is good. So see the 2 question marks on the left? We're just trying to finish those out. Glacial Remnant. There we go. And then we got 2 more. We got this squiggly, and we got that little GPS-looking pin thing. Oh, we got this one, too. It's even closer. Let's work back along the line if we still need to keep scanning. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I've been missing Minecraft. I don't know that I'll ever go quite as well, I should say that. We've still got the 42 world, and I'd like to keep that going because we've got so many fun memories and it's such a great world. But because we're further along and it's pretty much down to just building and doing the archaeology and the other newer stuff, that's what I have to hit when I'm coming down. I have to get that last little to soften the landing so I don't get contusions, I guess. I know it, for a lot of people, it's like, oh man, you're just working on another big build. But yeah, we've still got that 42 world, which was the one with the lake with all the kind of villages around it that we've been building up on, and has a lot of big farms and all that. If somehow or some way I was to lose that world, and honestly, when I was doing all this, there we go. So there we go. Fully explored map. We filled in the 3 question marks. We got all the fauna, all the flora, and all the resources. And that's all we were really trying to do here. So now I'm just going to go back to the ship. Nope. M. Damn it. L again? G. Where's the ship? Where's the ship? Ship? Oh, man. This is what happens when you just go wandering. And I think we were looping back to come back this way, right? Where was that other one we just scanned? Oh, well, here's the ship. So yeah, I miss it, and I almost so you know you make a save file, move the worlds before you do any of the reinstalls or anything like that. We've done plenty of that. Ship. Oh no, this is this was the ship where I killed the guys. This isn't even to my ship. Can we just go here? Landing area. My ship. There we go. Oh, I thought I lost the worlds. So I backed everything off, saved it off onto my desktop as the saves file out of the .minecraft directory, and it was it was there, and I done it a million times. I'm like, all right, we're all good, and then I reinstalled, got the bug, turned off the stuff on the Dell software, got the game relaunched, and everything's working good again. New, it looks like a new install. I'm like, oh, I gotta put my worlds back in, and I moved the save folder back over, and I relaunched the game, and there's nothing there, and I was like, oh, what the hell happened? What ended up happening was I moved the saves folder off my desktop into the .minecraft where there wasn't anything, and for whatever reason, it made the saves file, and then it dumped my saves folder into it. So it was like, it didn't see any games in the right location, so I had to just basically make the folder and then move them, copy them all into it. It was fine, but dude, talk about a heart attack. I was like, oh my god, I just lost the whole world. So playing that, yeah, we'll go back in and then we'll go visit and do some stuff, and then we'll come back over to other games. We are a good way through all of the Steam awards on this game. There's 50, and I think we're approaching 40 of them. So pretty far along. And I think we're going to try to get through that content, all the main story stuff and all that before we go. But check out the scope of this world. So this is a moon with a little outpost on it. Why can't I? There we go. I don't know why I didn't go. So this is the solar system in the Nerion system where that planet exists. This is the galaxy, the kind of the top level map that shows all these solar systems. And there's our solar system, right? It's got supposedly Earth had to be abandoned. It lost its magnetosphere, so it basically just looks like the moon. There's not much there, but Mars has a pretty big colony, and some of the other moons and things around the solar system that you might expect have some settlements and all that. Then Alpha Centauri and all these other solar systems you bounce around, and this kind of centers one faction, the Cheyenne system, which has 3 systems, and I think these 3, Nerion, Alpha Centauri, and Sol, are the 3 solar systems for the other main faction. But there are worlds upon worlds upon worlds, and it is a big map to move around and go to all these different places. So, if you think each of these is a star and has planets and moons around it, all with different stuff, obviously, it's not all unique, but each world is independently generated and has different combos of biomes. And while the creatures may pull from a different set of traits and appearance, and have different materials and stuff that harvest from a pool of a few, it's still pretty cool. You go and find different ones, and it surprises. Pretty well written on the storyline stuff and all that. I really like it. And you have space combat and missions and all that kind of stuff. But we want to go to Alpha Centauri. We want to go back home to Jemison, where New Atlantis is. That's where one of our 2 kind of main bases is.
United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Dude, 100% you should, man.
Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.
I guess I'm not the best one to ask. I would say play play the games, and do the stuff that you're enjoying. If you're doing it because you would be doing it anyway for fun, and you're just turning on a camera while you're playing the games that you would play normally, and having a chance for people to come and people like you, right? You get to know them over time and all that. That's awesome. And while this certainly wouldn't constitute, I don't think, a booming business by any means, we've gotten to the point where we can have subs and all that. So pretty cool in that regard. We get a little trickle of ads and all that kind of stuff. It's good. But my angle is do it for fun and see if you can grow it into anything. But if you get into just worrying about the numbers and the money and all that kind of stuff and chasing the fads and all that, it's kind of tough. But if it can validate a little bit of your own investment, if you need to work towards a new PC or something like that, and you can help add some funds towards it by getting a Twitch channel up and finding out that people enjoy your content, your style, go for it, man. Absolutely. Because who wouldn't, if you blow up, who wouldn't want to be living that life, right? Yeah, what do? I play games. All right, anyway, let's give you a look here. So if we select the planet and then go to, this is New Atlanta, so we have lots of different landing spots here. We'll head on into the, I think this is the spaceport. Let's just do the arrival. So yeah, I think I covered the whole get into Minecraft thing, but I want to keep playing a few of these other games too, and I still have one in the queue that's kind of along the lines of a Stardew. We had so many people enjoy Stardew. We went back and did a quick little run. Sorry, I'm just running through here. So spaceport region. It's got security. We've got security type missions around here, all the various town stuff, shops and restaurants and food and all that. But beautiful stuff. And I'm very few and far between on the kind of quote unquote AAA games anymore. And this, it's Bethesda. It's got some snags in it for sure. All right, we want to go to the Mast District. It's got a little tram. And again, this is one of two of the major cities. And you have smaller little communities and star bases and stuff like that around. It was beautiful. Train stations. They put a lot into making these feel more like there's a little bit of stuff going on. Yeah, the people are all wandering, but most of them will talk to you and do their own things. All right, we want to go this way. Man, it's been a week. But it has two main political factions, three if you count one. One is kind of an outlying theocratic, they're withdrawn, and they're really the only interactions that most people in the settled systems, as they call them, kind of all of the galaxies, only see the fanaticals, right? The ones that are just coming and being hostiles. But they do have an isolated, withdrawn, actual faction community as well. So this is Constellation. This was the initial storyline, the people that pulled us in because our special character, Soul Survivor, whatever, not in this game, but that idea, right? We found an artifact while we were doing a mining job,
Captain,
and
your ship will perform more
have since been exploring the galaxy to find more of those artifacts. We get powers from them. We're kind of unfolding a very predictable your special storyline, but there's people that don't like us. Those are those Starborns, and they want to kill us and not let us get access to whatever these things are and solve whatever the mysteries are. So we have this kind of main thing, but then there's the this political faction, which has a security force of freelance ship captains called the Vanguard. We're a captain in that. And then on the other side, you have kind of this old westy theme of the Freestar Collective. And there we became a ranger, kind of like a Texas Ranger type deal, where you're, again, going out doing quests and missions and things like that to keep people safe, kill baddies, get loot, get rich, all that good stuff. But one of the things I've really liked about this, the game builds you a backstory from the very start. When you're picking your traits and all that and building your character initially, I think it, no, it's not character. It actually asks you what you want your background to be. And we decided we were going to be a pilgrim, kind of, flexible and loose. We're just kind of not religious pilgrims so much as just a pilgrim out to see as much of the universe as we are. As I said, transient kind of hit, seeker, wanderer, all that. And just basically a secular pilgrim to see not only what humanity has done and the different facets of humanity, but also what all the natural stuff out there in the worlds. But then you pick these traits, right? And there's a whole bunch. We picked hero worship, which gave us an adoring fan NPC from the start who just came around. He was like our hype guy. Like, oh, you're so awesome. I love it. And then kids stuff gave us parents who live in this city. And it perfectly worked for the little, using this, I kind of expanded the backstory a little bit as we were getting going. Just I didn't know anything about the game. I downloaded it blind after Skash told me it was out there. And I was like, yeah, let's have some parents, right? So we have to send them 2%, which just caps out at $500 a week, which is nothing. And in the early game, they gave me all kinds of stuff. And I'd hoped, because they have a home, I'd hoped like I'll have a room and a storage chest and all that. I had a bed, but I didn't have any place to dump stuff. But they gave me early